Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name's Mohsin. I'm a denim designer, and we're here joined with Miles and Sue Barrett. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Sue. I am a denim designer, but probably more recently working in trend forecasting and editorial. So I kind of bring authentic values, but then mixed up in a sort of more contemporary mindset.
And I'm Miles Johnson, and I'm a denim designer. We're all denim designers, but we've all come from different kind of like parts of it. My background's in a lot of sort of historical reproduction of denim, and working with Levi's for a long time. And then I went to go and be the creative director at Patagonia. So my mindset's been slightly altered about processing, about making. But so a lot of the work that I'm doing at the moment is still in designing collections for different companies, but also doing educational stuff like this stuff that we're going to do with you guys.
Yeah, I'm similar like Miles. I'm a denim designer for 20 years. For the last probably 6-7 years, I've been working a lot with denim mills. So the people that make the fabric, that spin the yarn, that grow the cotton, I've been working with those guys a lot more. But at the same time, I'm still designing concept collections, and I've worked for many companies from like Levi's Japan to lots of British heritage like Aquascutum, but mostly the last 20 years it's been mostly denim companies. So yeah, everything from pattern cutting to sewing, and I know a lot about the machinery and the manufacturing side, and I have a sewing setup of like 26 machines. So I'm one of these people that really gets engrossed in how things are made. Sue?
Yeah, I guess I was at WGSN for almost 10 years. So Wrangler Lee in Brussels, where I kind of, baptism into heritage, but then moved over to the sort of much more fast fashion mindset of WGSN, and I set up the denim directory there, denim and casual wear. So that was a very different mindset, where it was much more about the stuff that was happening on the catwalk, and again working with influencing the bigger corporations, but also working in terms of like really ahead of time, looking at 24 months ahead for the producers like the mills. And similar to both of these guys, I also work very closely with the mills in terms of helping them to understand how to put collections together that are forward-reaching.
So you guys are all very lucky, because not only have you got free denim specialists that are going to be with you for the next 5 or 6 weeks. All three of us have been in the education side of denim for a long time as well. So this isn't our first time we're doing it. Like, all of us independently work for other colleges and schools doing denim projects. So this is actually something that we've collaborated together to do this. So it's quite exciting for all three of us to do this project like that, kind of like together. And we're going to be with you every Thursday for the entire day. And each of you will be giving a slot by Ike. So we'll be seeing you one-on-one, looking through your projects and basically mentoring you and helping you make your choices. We've been very kindly sponsored by more than 5 companies, but 5 mills have sponsored this project, as well as some other companies which we're going to talk about. And shall I bring up the mills stuff now? It's easier? Yeah. Okay, so let me share that now. So
I think we've got a balance, haven't we? We've got some really great selvage to give a real authentic feel, but we've also then got some lightweight. So depending on how your designs look, will help to direct you to the right fabrics.
I mean, we were literally thinking when we were talking to Ike, and when we were sharing ideas about this project, about what we would need to try and organise for you ahead of time, so that you've got everything you should need to be able to produce an amazing denim pieces. So when we were making the selections about the fabrics, or putting the requests into the mills, we were thinking about the lightweights, the heavyweights, the narrows, the wides, the different shades, different kinds of fibers and yarns, so that you've got, we think, a really, really healthy mix of fabrics.
You guys are all extremely lucky, first of all. We do a lot of denim projects with lots of other colleges, and not all of them get sponsored in this certain way. So we have 5 main mills, and you might be thinking, denim fabric looks all the same. It will do. All of these five, there's Candiani, so Candiani are from Italy. They're one of the leading suppliers in like Europe. They've been around, I think, fourth generation mill. So they've been around for nearly 100 or so years. Crabo is one of the original Japanese denim mills. I think one of the first fabrics. We're gonna go for the history side of it all, but Crabo, one of the earliest ones. They're very good, very like consistent. They've given us two qualities as well. Artistic fabric mills are from Pakistan. Don't ever discount Pakistan or India or one of these other manufacturing companies. These in Pakistan, they also make some amazing denim, and the artistic group, they involve 5 or 6 other companies, are big companies, and this is one of them. They've sponsored us fabric. Orta are an amazing mill from Turkey. There's more. There's Isco, there's Bossa, there's other mills, but we decided to go with one from each region. So Orta are another amazing mill, very keen on sponsoring students. So that's why we asked them to give us fabric. And then Cone are the original godfathers of like denim. And Levi's and some of the other companies, one of their first mills to help them. Obviously, there was another mill as well before that, but Cone are one of the original ones. So they're sponsoring as well. Guys, anything you want to talk about some of these mills before we move?
Well, just that we've all had experience working with all of these mills, and each of the mills you'll find are particularly good at certain things. They can't all do everything, but all of these mills produce really top quality denim, and they're all what we call industry leaders as far as the mills go. So we are really lucky to have all their support, and these fabrics they're beautiful all in their own way, and we'll explain a little bit more about the fabrics one by one so that you get to kind of know a little bit about them.
Yeah, it's important to say that don't be daunted by this. Obviously, we're going to be helping you in the first or second week decide what fabric we're going to help you, steer you in the direction, but it's really up to you. We don't want to dictate what you pick. We're going to tell you the pros and cons from each of the fabrics, and as Miles said, we've got some like traditional denims that look like a normal denim that you would have, or we've got some canvas denims. We've got not much stretch, so don't worry, there's no stretchy denim that we've actually selected for you here. And we've got some lightweight denims. If you want to make a shirt or use a shirting fabric for a bottom, you're most welcome to. If you want to drape on the stand, you can do. So there's a real mix across the board, and we'll be steering you. Once we see your designs and your research, we might say, hey, the Candiani regen fabric might be perfect for you. So we'll make a suggestion. Each fabric, we've only got 30 or 60 meters of. That might sound like a lot of fabric. It is and it isn't. I'll give you an example. The selvage fabrics, which are quite narrow, they're about a meter wide. If it's only 60 meters, in theory, you can only make, you need like 3 meters or so to make one pant for one jean, let's say. So you wouldn't get much out of that. So if there's all 25 of you pick the same fabric, then we might be in like trouble. So, but don't worry, we got multiples of many things. We've got a couple of different selvages and lots of really nice core weights, core qualities, and each of them might be quite dark when you get the fabric. So you might want to do a little test beforehand and see how it washes down. But we'll help you. We'll steer you in the right direction. That's the key here. Sue, anything you want to add before we touch on the other sponsors?
Well, I guess essentially what these guys will realize is that all the fabrics at this stage, when you buy them in at this stage, is everything's going to be dark. So they might associate denim with stuff that's washed down, and that's possibly not going to be achievable at this stage. But again, there's loads of stuff that you could do around that we'll be able to show. And also the other part is just understanding the fibre elements, which I know that Miles is going to talk about in his part of the presentation on the 13th, going through, explaining fibres and the relevance of fibres and why this is a particularly important time in the education of how fibres are so important at the moment. So all of that's going to be part of your sort of introduction to denim, is like, the history, the contemporary styling, and then the sustainable values and understanding really what goes into making the fibres, the yarns, the washes. So you'll have a bit of a toolkit of understanding it's much more than just design. It's actually about intentions about how to design really consciously for the future.
I think how all of us design, we all design quite differently, but we all most of the time start with the fabric. So you guys, probably won't have access to these fabrics right at the beginning. Obviously, most of you are working from home, so I'm sure the university will somehow communicate how each of these fabrics look. Maybe we can get scans or pictures of all of them. That's what we're going to try and do in the first week, is to try and get this information to you guys as quickly as possible. But we'll help you through it. But all of these fabrics, they look and feel different. They drape like differently. They all look different. Some of them will look like you can see the slub pattern. You know, fire effects sometimes happen. So definitely try and get to the university to try and have a look at each of these fabrics quite early on in the project. The other key sponsors who haven't given fabric, but they've given other kind of sponsorship. We have a Kingpin show. They're a trade show similar like Denim PV, but these guys, they have a show. They have like 6-7 shows every year, but they have a show in April in 2021, and they've given us a 20-minute slot to talk about this project. So near the end of this project, we might ask you guys to share with us some of the pictures or some of your sketchbooks or scans, or even some of the photography that you've done for this project. And with your permission, we're going to share it to the industry. So it's a really unique thing that we've got here. So Kingpins are going to give us that platform. Also, Lensing, they're one of the fiber manufacturers. They make a yarn called 10 cell, which comes from trees. I'm sure Miles or me, we're all going to talk about all of the different fibers here, but they're also helping us with talking about this project. So they have a big blog, and they also want to feature this project as well. So it's, again, some of the work that you guys are doing will be on their website, which is quite exciting. YKK, they're a big trims manufacturer. They're mostly known for their zippers, but there's a lady called Katie who's also sponsoring, and I think she's going to be coming in and speaking to you all individually, and maybe doing.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna take some time out of her schedule and come in and spend some time talking to you and making sure that you can get to the right kinds of zippers and buttons and snaps and all kinds of stuff that you might be looking for your garments. She'll help you.
So don't go out and rush and buy buttons and trims yet. Wait for Katie's meeting first, because there's a trim manufacturer that's sponsoring the project. So you might find a perfect button or a perfect zipper that you can get sponsored for free rather than paying £10-15 for. So don't rush ahead. These are the key sponsors at the moment. We might get another one, but I don't think so. This is where we're at, which is super exciting. So I'll stop sharing this now. And then let's talk about the calendar briefly, and then we'll talk about the brief as well. So let me just share that now.
So yeah, we've got 6 weeks technically from start. So you've got a big chunk of research at the beginning.
Yeah, so like Sue said, we've got 6 weeks. We've got a good amount of time at the beginning so that you can all get your heads into the project with ideas and everything, which I'm sure you've probably already got. Yeah, so, and then as Mohsin said as well, we're going to be coming in and seeing you every Thursday. I say coming in, we'll probably be doing a lot of that via Zoom, but however, we're still going to be connecting with you once a week to go through everything and help you every step of the way. Yeah.
So
what else do we want to...
The first week is more of like a listening and taking notes and really understanding. The Wednesday, the 13th, I believe, was it 12th or 13th? The Wednesday is the really big day. The first Wednesday, you've got me in the morning, and then Sue in the afternoon, and then Miles in the late afternoon. And try and watch these live. They are going to be like recorded, but try your best to watch these live, because then you can ask questions. That's the great thing about it. You've got each of us for a good hour or so each, and yeah, it's going to be quite fun. And then after Wednesday, you've got a good week, and then the first on the week of the 11th, on that second Thursday, we'll be looking at some of your like design and research, like all that development. So it's going to move very fast. And then by this third week, which is week 12, we'll be straight away looking at 12 fittings. So a lot's going to happen in these first 2 weeks, quite a lot. Like a lot of design like choices are going to be made here. So it's quite important. And then after that, we'll be just there in a support capacity and helping you as you are if you need more help. But I'm excited by the first couple of weeks, especially. And then
yeah,
and at the end of the project, Sue can maybe talk about it. We have a denim crit. So Sue, do you want to talk a little more about the denim crit?
Yeah, I think that's the date when we will have industry judges coming in to listen to your final presentation, and so they'll be coming in for 4 hours, it's 6 hour slot.
Yeah.
So it will probably be representatives from each mill, but it may be other representatives and influencers from the industry that will come in and just sort of give you feedback. And at the end, there'll be, I think we're going to work out, you know, sort of like areas for best design, best concept, what have you. But what's also key is that it's not, for me, it's really not all about the end. It's also about you guys documenting and commenting on the stuff that you've learned along the way, and just, I guess, just documenting it in the way that you feel the most comfortable with, whether that means photographing it, screen grabbing it, doing videos about the process. But it's really, really nice for people to see that whole sort of development process as part of your work. So to kind of don't forget to document that in a way that represents you.
I think it's a bit like maths, right? We need to see your workings out. We don't want to see a final design. We like to see the process of how you got to your final design. Obviously, we're lucky. We're going to be seeing you every Thursday. So we're going to be seeing it as it's happening live. But in this Denim crit right at the end, it's going to be lots of industry people who are going to be looking at your projects. And this is a showcase for the university as well. So you're representing the university on this day, and it's going to be quite fun. But yeah, we are going to be giving out, I think we're giving out awards. So it'll be an award. It'll be really cool. And I can't wait to see what happens. But yeah, that day is going to be quite exciting. But don't worry too much. Don't worry at all. It's going to be quite relaxed. It'll be similar to our crits that we're going to have with you guys. There will just be a few more people on the Zoom call, basically, who might be asking you some questions. So
yeah, they get really enthusiastic about it. It's not they're not there to judge in a critical way. They're there to, because for them it's a really fun day to listen to how you guys have thought about stuff, and they get very, very excited about being able to be part of college projects. So they're there because they love it.
Absolutely right. I'll share this.
Yeah, so I mean, we're all really, really excited about doing this project. I mean, we've been talking to Ike about this for a while now, and you know, the chance to get to do a Denim project is a great thing, but then a chance to do a Denim project with St Martin's is, you know, that's a really exciting proposition to all three of us, and that's why the three of us have come together to work with you all on this. So we're really excited to see what you're going to produce, and yeah, we're going to help you all we can.
There's no dumb questions. Don't be afraid to ask a question if you don't understand any of us, what each of us are doing. Please just put your hand up on Zoom or say a comment, and we'll come back to you. We'll try our best to read through all of the comments and answers all the questions. So, and don't be afraid of where most of us will share our emails as well. So if there's any out of office emails you want to ask us an opinion about something, we can probably, or we can leave it to the Thursday when we do meet. But yeah, no, just, yeah, very excited myself, and excited to meet you all on the Thursday, the 13th, I believe, or the 12th, I forgot what day, but
Wednesday.
There you go. Wednesday the 13th is when you're officially going to see us all. But this is just an introduction to the project. It might be a bit daunting, you know, but don't worry, we're here to help you along the way. For sure, some of you will be converted. Some of you will, at the end of it, think, I want to do Denim for the rest of my career. And if that happens, do reach out to us. Do reach out to us individually. We'll help you as well. So anything you want to say, guys, before we end off?
All good.
That's it.
All good.
So, anyway, looking forward to seeing you all, and wishing you guys the best for the next 5 or 6 weeks. It's going to be quite fun, and I hope you, looking forward to seeing you all. So thank you again. See you very soon. Bye.